Thank you, Jan. So yeah, we had this WebAudio Hack Day yesterday, and we thought it might be a good idea to share a little bit about what we did yesterday at the conference. So first of all, thank you, Pete, for making this possible. And also, you know, like things go, thanks to the sponsors, we have been very fortunate to be able to host the Hack Day at Codebase, which was really great. And we had a few corporate sponsors like Mozilla, who flew in Paul Adenot, who he's one of the current maintainers of the WebAudio spec. So it was great to have him at the Hack Day. And also Jan was coming in from SoundCloud, and both Mozilla and SoundCloud also sponsored some prizes. And Novation gave us also a prize. And yeah, that was pretty great. So thanks for that. Give them a round of applause. We had, like I said, we have a few mentors. Paul from Mozilla, Jan from SoundCloud, Stuart Memo. Is he here somewhere? Already going home. Who was doing the emceeing earlier, and yeah, me as well. What we did throughout the day, so we started early with some introductory talks. Paul talked about the WebAudio API. I talked a little bit about the Web Media API, which is something new we haven't talked about yet, coming up in browsers pretty soon now, and allows you to interface with, you know, old synthesizer hardware as well as your music software on your computer, which is pretty great. Then we did a lot of hacking. People came up with great ideas. We had a presentation, and we gave away some prizes. So that was what we did. And let's talk about the winners. Are you ready? Okay. So third place was the Hasselhoff experience by Phil. And he's going to demo that right now. So give him a round of applause. Is that enough?
Yeah, no.
Okay. Do you want to come here? Because
No, that's fine. Thank you. So we spent a day hacking audio, and the first thing I learned was it's pretty hard to get anything to work. But as soon as we had gotten past the hurdle, I decided to make something that I'd use myself. That's the one thing I've learned in startups, the only thing, by the way. And so I decided to combine two things that I really love. Number one is going for a run, and number two is the 80s. And I wasn't exactly sure how to combine the two, but then I thought, well, instead of just hacking away on my laptop, I'd use my smartphone. And so I decided to build an app that will help me run, that will keep me motivated. And so the way it works is I take my smartphone with me. If you have a handy little pouch that you can stick it into, you stick it there. Otherwise, you can put it in your pocket. Or like me, you can just carry it around in your hand. You get your running shoes on, you get all warmed up, you do your stretches. You get ready to run, and you go up to Hollywood Park, it's beautiful. And then, once you're ready to run, you hit the start button, and you go for it. You start running up the hill. Arthur's Seat, I mean, how high can it be? It can't be that bad. And it's Chariots of Fire. If you've seen the movie, you know how awesome it is. You keep going, you run up, you pass a couple of tourists, you're feeling good, you're getting higher and higher. Suddenly the wind starts, it starts getting foggy, and you slow down. You were going too fast. But then once you stop, you hear the Hasselhoff. The Hasselhoff, he's got your back, he keeps you motivated. He gives you the second wind, and you're like, yes, thank you, Hasselhoff. Not only did you bring down the Berlin Wall, you're helping me mount Arthur's Seat, yes. And you keep going, and then it's Chariots of Fire again. You're running up, you're almost at the top. It's like the scene in the movie where they're running on the beach, everyone's happy, it's perfect. But you're running too fast, and you get a cramp, and then you slow down, and you can't run anymore. And you stop for a moment. But there he is again, the Hasselhoff. And even if you can't continue anymore because you are too tired, at least you can listen to Hasselhoff and enjoy the view from the top of Arthur's Seat. And that is my app, the Hasselhoff Exercise Experience.
So next up, a hack of Neil and Joe, and Neil's going to present the song of Pong. And let's just switch over here. There we go.
Thank you very much. That's going to be quite a hard act to follow. Thanks a bunch for that.
Believe in the Hoff.
Here's the sound. Great. Now the sound man might kill me any second now. Okay. That's.
Yeah. All right.
That's kind of weird. Oh God. Don't bugger about with it, just leave it. Right. Okay. Gonna try and hit the refresh button. Song of Pong. Okay, yeah, I definitely shouldn't be getting up here just by myself today. I've got Joe McDowall, who was along at the Hack Day yesterday from the Realise agency down in Leith. He was a fantastic mentor to me. To be honest, before yesterday, I hadn't actually written a single line of JavaScript outside of the Code Academy online tutorials. So, what we wanted to set out to do was to use some of the web audio techniques to actually create a variant of the good old Pong game, but one that we could actually use with our eyes closed. A blind person could supposedly play this game and use audio cues to actually understand where the ball is, where the little paddle is along the bottom, and the idea is you'll get a point if you manage to go boing and boing the ball back up the page. So with some audio would be good.
Switch to the...
No, it's okay. Can you press them on? Yeah, perfect. Thanking you. So the idea behind this is the ball is actually acting as an emitter of a very simple sine wave oscillator, as you would have seen how to do in Chris's talk before. The paddle along the bottom, that's you effectively, and it's acting as a listener to the ball, which is an emitter of a simple oscillator, but passing through a stereo panner node, which is one of the web audio parameters that are available to you. So a little bit of tweaking to translate the coordinates of the ball, take those, transpose them onto the actual emitter, which is the ball. Same with the paddle moving across the bottom, update that with the sort of the listener component with the coordinates of where the paddle is. But the idea is, with a little bit of practice, you can close your eyes, and if you're standing under here, when the ball passes over your head, it suddenly becomes right in the middle of both of your ears. But if you're hearing it only in one headphone, you know, the ball's over there and it's moving in this direction. You heard a little extra beep there. That was a little bit of a helpful audio cue we thought would be handy. Just if it enters the bottom third of the screen, then you at least know the ball's coming down towards you. So it's far from perfect, but very, very simple use of the API. We could do so much more with it, but just in a sort of an agile context on the hack day, just to get the basics of it working. And yeah, we were pretty pleased. Sorry it's not all running about, and I can't offer any Hasselhoff. We could conceivably put a David Hasselhoff track as the background music, but I think then even able-sighted people would want to poke their eyes out and end up playing this blind. So thank you very much indeed. And sorry, I was just going to say again, thank you so much to the guys who gave their time yesterday to mentor us all and the organisers at the Hack Day. It was really great. Thanks a bunch, guys. Cheers. Thanks.
And yeah, just to show the... Now I'm just going to switch over to my screen again to show you the last slide. It's a bit stupid, but I want to show it. Wait, okay. There you go. So the first place is the fake guitar amp with Dan, and Dan stands here with his guitar and his fake guitar amp. We will take some time to build this up, but this will be like the closing for the day, I would say, before we all get some whiskey. And let's try it. Do you want to have your screen on? Yeah? Yeah. All right.
Do the HDMI audio dance again. Are you ready for that?
Okay, so we've got time. Right. Yeah, it is there. Okay. Gradually turn everything internal mode. So that's still not.
Picking up.
No, let's try this again. Oh yes. Right. Okay. Good. Yes. Right. A bit of volume. Anything.
Yeah.
Ooh, yes, it's working.
You're missing the monitor really, really badly.
That should be right.
Take your time.
Hello. So yeah, I attended the hack day yesterday. I took my guitar along, and my goal was pretty simple. I wanted to string together a few of the nodes, a few of the sound processing modules available in WebAudio, just to see how musical they were, how quickly I could string together a few things that kind of felt like my own guitar amp, my own guitar pedals at home. And with help in the early stages from the guys that were mentoring, I got it all connected up, and I think it went pretty well. So I'll try to demo to you the different bits I've got. What you're hearing at the moment is a weird, first I've got my guitar going into this kind of weird cable which basically wrangles the laptop's headphones socket into letting me both plug my guitar in and get an output back again. So it's kind of cheating and make the whole thing look like a headset. Then what you're going to be hearing is just sound processing coming from within the browser, from within Google Chrome, which is pretty odd and kind of cool. I never thought I'd be playing my guitar through a browser when I took it up 20 years ago. It wasn't really the aesthetic I was going for, but here it is. So yeah, okay. So this is pretty much. It's gone quiet again. What is that? What you're hearing is just the guitar straight into the browser, without any of the effects on at the moment, and straight back out through your speakers. So what I'll do is I'll gradually turn on the different bits so you can hear what they sound like. So what I know as distortion, I think in web audio terms is it a wave shaper or something like that? Yeah. So I plugged one of those in first, being a guitarist. Oh, that's not going to be good. Let's see if we can. Okay, so you can hear it kind of makes it sound like rock. So that's up to maximum. So that's pretty rock. I'll take that back down again so that we don't get feedback. The next thing I plugged in was, it's known as a delay, but also sometimes known as an echo, and there was a nice bit of open source code on, I think it was HTML5 Rocks that I took this from, that creates a nice echo sound, so I'll just mix that in a little bit. so we can hear. Okay, so you should hear when I do that noise that there is I'll turn these up a bit so that it's more obvious. There we go. Turn this down so that it sounds kind of like a room, although we are already in a room. That seems odd, but that's what guitarists do. So it's kind of a really, really short delay to make it sound like we're in a cupboard, which is a cool sound with a guitar, in my opinion. The next thing I plugged in was the panner. Now I'm not sure how this is going to work because obviously it needs stereo. I don't know if we've got stereo here today. It does, yeah? Oh, it doesn't. No, okay. So instead of panning, what this is going to be is basically the volume going up and down. So let's strum a chord. Anything happening at all? No. It did yesterday with the PA system in the room. Okay, so that's pure mono. It's absolutely having no effect at all. Never mind. So we won't have that today. That's all right. Yeah, okay, so what else did I do? It's worth talking about. I mean, it was just super simple to plug it together. I mean, for me as a guitarist, I'm used to tactile boxes that you plug with wires, and you turn dials on them, and you experiment, and you have fun. And really, this is a lot like that. Each of the objects provided by the API tend to do one thing, and one thing well, like delay or distortion or compression, and you just connect them together. And I mean, I'm really not doing anything clever here other than connecting them all together and copying and pasting some code from the web, of course, but for the echo and what have you. So yeah, nice and quick, really easy to use. I liked it. So I guess I'll try to play something. We'll see if we can bung a little bit of distortion on. Ooh, that's bad. I think I'll leave that off. Okay, well, you heard it earlier. Every room's different, every sound setup's different. Without a sound check, who knows what's going to happen? So let's try and play something.